So please rise in our America, and those defending our freedom, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem by the Assumption Pep Band.
Back here at Assumption High School as the Assumption Royals, the #1 seed in this sectional, with a record of 20-4 on the year. #2 team in the entire state, taking on the 5th-seeded Newman Catholic Cardinals under the guidance of first-year coach Jason. They will start at one guard, Lauren Fetch, a 5'7" junior. The other guard is Taylor Jankowski, 5'7" and a senior. They start at 3 guards tonight. The third, Abby Fox, 5'6". She too is a senior. Forwards tonight, Karina McGuckin, 5'9" and a senior, and Logan Kimball, a 5'8" senior. For Joe Burkhauser's 20-4 Assumption Royals, they will start at one guard, Macy Zerflu, 5'6" senior. The wings tonight, Mason Krings, 5'6" and a senior, as well as Autumn Linsmeyer, also a 5'6" senior. The forward, Gina Grundhofer, 6'1" and a senior, and in the middle, Olivia Skittle. She's a 6'2" senior. Those are the starting lineups for tonight's contest. We're glad that you're along for the ride here tonight. And WFHR. Also, we've got hockey going on for you on our sister station, AM 1320 WFHR. The Badgers are at Ohio State this evening. And we want to say congratulations to the Lincoln Red Raiders and Coach Pat McDonald. They come up just a goal short this afternoon as they fell at Onalaska to the Hilltoppers, 3-2 in a thriller, and several shots at the end. Just couldn't get the puck between the pipes, but congrats anyway on making it to the sectional finals. Another great year for the Red Raiders. See if we can't get the Assumption Royals girls basketball squad to the sectional semis next week, Thursday, over in Wapaka. As they've got a big test against them tonight against the Cardinals of Wausau Newman. Royals going from right to left across your radio dial. They're in their home whites. Cardinals, as you would imagine, in their red traveling uniforms. The ball's in the air. The tip is controlled by Grundhofer. And we are underway. Opening possession of our ball game. Turning the edge. Underneath, wide open. Skiba for the layup. That's a very nice start. Thank you very much. And the Royals going to come with some full court pressure. Fox in the backcourt. She gets double teamed immediately. She gets ahead to McGuckin. Now over to Fetch. Fetch will take it across the 10-second line. Guarded there by Zerflu. Goes to Jankowski, who was draining 3 after 3 in the pregame warm-ups. Now they'll rotate it to the left-hand side. And the ball's tied up. Zerflu ties up McGuckin. And the ball will stay in the Newman end, but it'll turn the arrow the other way. So Newman will inbound it. At the back court is to Fetch. She'll take it right side. Jankowski and Stanton her goal. That's Linsmeyer with the defense. Almost poke checks it away. She's now double teamed, in a lot of trouble. Underneath the McGuckin, knocked out of bounds. They'll say touched by Skiba. Keep it here. A lot of contact. They let them play. That's got to help the Royals that they don't get in foul trouble here tonight. 46 seconds into our ball game. 2-0 Assumption. They've scored on their only possession. McGuckin having some trouble inbounding it. Zerflu almost gets the steal. Fetch from the right elbow. Jumper short. The rebound comes down to Skiba. And Zerflu, right his side, up ahead to Linsmeyer, goes over to Krings. Mason will bounce it once and pick it back up. Left-hand side, Zerflu takes it to the left elbow, jump stop, put it up off the glass. It doesn't go, they safety catch. After she came to the jump stop, they said that she took one extra little step. I was just trying to listen as Coach Burkhauser asked the other official who didn't make the call. He said, you know, she came to a jump stop, but then she took that extra step. So he was just guessing because he didn't make the call. So we play on. McGuckin now with the basketball into the forecourt. Jankowski, right side to Fox. Fox goes against Skiba. And we were just talking about how they're letting them play. That was a little bump that time by Olivia, and they didn't let her play there. First on Olivia, first on anybody. Minute 14 gone by in the first half of play. Bounce pass on the inside to Jankowski. She'll dribble it out to the outside. Couple of dribbles. Picks up the dribble. McGuckin now. Skiba on her. Gonna have to be careful. Take it inside. Put it up with her left hand. It rolls around and it went down. Tough shot that time for Karina McGuckin, the 5'9" senior. He gets 2 points for Newman, and it's 2-2. Got a long possession that time. Pass intended that time for Runhofer. Picked up underneath. Get it down low to Skiba. Kick back out Kring. She's got a toe on the line. That's wide right, and the rebound into the hands of Abby Fox. Fox will go up ahead to Jankowski. She'll spot up a three bomb. That's wide to the left. Rebound to Grunhofer. Out on the fly goes Zerflu. She's going up the far side of the court. Slams on the brakes. Out to Grunhofer. Three bomb on the way. Off the back of the bracket, no. And the rebound comes down to Jankowski. Up ahead to Kimball. Left-hand side, McGuckin, right in front of the boys. Student body for Assumption. Big crowd here for the Royals tonight. McGuckin on the left baseline. Back out to Fetch on top of the wheel. 15.5 minutes to go. Half number one. 2-2. Little pick and roll. Fetch off the rim short. Rebound won by Krings for the Royals, and she'll take it straight up the court. Leave it for Zerflu on the left wing. Bounce it with the right hand. Turn the edge. Goes over to Linsmeyer. They run a little weave on the top. Left side Krings, and now we're going to get an offensive foul. It's going to be called on Assumption, and it's going to be called on Gina Grunhofer. They said she was called for a block. I think she was trying to post up down low. And the official now goes over and talks to Coach Burkhauser. So both Olivia and Gina now with one foul. Pressure coming from the Royals in the backcourt. Jankowski up ahead, knocked away by Gracie Wendells, who just replaced Olivia Skiba. Goes into the bench. It'll still be Newman basketball. Gracie Wendells, a 5'5" junior. 15-15, first half of play. 2-2 is our score. And the Cardinals trying to get their first lead of the ball game. Fetch has it on the left wing. Zerflu on her. Turns the right circle, goes down the paint, puts up the runner, and gets it. Lauren Fetch with her first two. 4-2. Newman has their first lead of the ball game. Wendells has it on the right side. Out to Grunhofer. She's guarded by Fetch. Gina will go right-hand side to Wendells. Gracie will throw it on the top. Nice run down that time by Zerflu, as the ball was probably intended for someone else, but she vacated the spot. Grunhofer back it off. Feigns the three. Goes right side to Krings instead. Now Linsmeyer straight away. Put it to the right side of the rim. Doesn't go. Jankowski with the board. And here comes Fetch. Newman with a 2-point lead and the basketball as we approach the 14-minute mark of half number one. And in the corner, Abby Fox in some trouble. Gets it out to Jankowski. Looking for a backdoor cut that time to McGuckin. Unable to get it there. Krings on her. Big lob in the corner. And unable to control it is Fetch. It'll be turnover number one on the Cardinals of Newman Catholic. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Burkhauser. He just wants a 30, so do I. We're back with more from Assumption right after this. One tick over 14 minutes remaining here in this first half of play from Assumption High School. The Cardinals of Newman Catholic lead it 4-2. It'll be Assumption basketball as we come out of the TO off the turnover from the Cardinals. Krings has it on the right wing, about 6 feet beyond the arc. Skip it to Zerflu. She's going to go left baseline. She stops and falls backwards, puts up a shot. Rebound, Linsmeyer. She gets hit on the arc. And the Cardinal fans wanted to travel that time, but instead they got a foul on Jankowski. And for Taylor, it's going to be her first personal first team. And Autumn Linsmeyer will shoot free throws for Assumption. And she'll have 2. First free throw in the air for Autumn, and it falls in. Hung on the rim kind of precariously for a moment, but came back through and went down. 4-3 now. As the Royals trail it by 1. Linsmeyer's next free throw is in the air. This one does not stay on the rim and fall through. It falls off. And Lauren Fetch with the rebound. She's picked up immediately by Linsmeyer. Long pass up ahead to McGuckin. Trying to hit the cutter, overshot her. Kimball will pick up the loose change. Fetch for 3 from way downtown. You can book it. Lauren Fetch with 5 points. Newman's lead is 7-3. 13.5 minutes to go in half number 1. Royals in the forecourt. Wendell's on the left wing. Top the wheel, Krings looking for a cutter inside. They get triple teamed down on Grundhofer. Kick it out to Wendell's, just a toe on the line. Jumper doesn't go, tipped out by Linsmeyer, and the Royals cannot grab the loose ball. Instead, it's McGuckin with it. 7-3, Cardinals with the basketball and the lead. We are now under 13 minutes remaining in this first half from Assumption. This regional final, the winner goes to Wapaka on Thursday. On the floor, Linsmeyer battling down there with Jankowski, and now Jankowski gets called for the walk as the coach for Newman, Coach Vanden Nelson, was trying to get a TO there, but was unable to do so. Sydney Fronick now, a 5'10 sophomore, will check in the ball game, and she'll replace Karina McGuckin. 7-3, Royals trail it by 4, have possession of the basketball. Linsmeyer on top, looking to get it down inside to Wendell. She catches it, cutting to the basket, puts it up off the glass on the right side with the right hand, and Gracie has 2, and it's 7-5. Double team trap in the corner. Abby Fox gets rid of it, up ahead to Kimball. Now Fetch is going to take it down the lane, and we're going to get a bump called on Linsmeyer in the paint. For Autumn, it'll be her first personal, 3rd team. Fronick will trigger the inbound from right to the basket. Goes into the corner to Jankowski, brings on her. And she dribbles it and overshoots the intended receiver, Fronick. And that's unofficially turnover number 2 now on the Cardinals. 7-5, Newman leading it, 12:15 to go, this first half of play from Assumption. Royals into the forecourt, Wendell's on the right wing extended. Rotate the arc, left side Krings. Got ball above her head, pounds the pavement once with the dribble and then picks it up. Zerflu in the left corner, right back to Krings. Mason will take it to the top of the wheel, back to Macy, looking for a cutter inside. Can't get it to Gina there. Although she has a decided height advantage, they're just not being able to get it to her in the paint. Now Gina catches it on top and goes into the paint, falls to the floor. They wanted a foul, did the Cardinals. Instead, wanted a walk, I should say, but instead got a foul on Fetch. And for Lauren, it'll be her first personal. Mariah Whalen now will come into the ball game. Their great volleyball player checks in. And Olivia Skiba comes back in as well for the Royals. They lob it into Grundhofer. She'll put up the 7-footer. It goes off the backboard, doesn't fall. And the rebound up ahead, knocked away by Skiba. And the Royals are out on the fly. Zerflu to the basket, stops, they'll say she did. She slammed on the break, and they said that she took an extra step. Those are the ones I like to watch on TV and rewind them and watch them in slow motion. And now on the inbounds pass, when they bounced the ball inbounds, it actually landed on the out-of-bounds line. So they'll say turnover on the Cardinals. So Skiba catches the inbounds pass from Krings in the right baseline, is about as far away from me as you can get. And now the ball knocked out of bounds by Fronick. And it'll be Royal basketball again, deep in the corner of the Assumption Gymnasium. And Fronick wisely not giving her much room over there. She's as close to the out-of-bounds line as she can get. She will inbound it to Zerflu with the 11.5 minutes remaining in this first half of play. 7-5 Newman on top. Krings being pressured out beyond the arc. Gets it to Grundhofer. Wendell's has it left to the wing, near side. Rotate the perimeter, Krings, dribble penetration, tuck under. Zerflu goes to the basket, lay it up off the rim, and good. Stopped just short. That time she didn't drag the pivot foot. Ties it up at 7s. Pressure in the back court. Tough catch by Fetch. Lob it to the right baseline. Whalen there underneath. Run into Skiba. Ball comes free. Good no call by the official. Straight up by Olivia. She gets called way too often for that. Grunhofer. Spin move off the glass and in. And the crowd responds with a roar. 9-7 Assumption by 2. Pressure in the backcourt. Abby Fox getting double teamed. Up ahead. Tough catch there by Fronick. She's on the right side. She picks up her dribble. Got Krings on her. Knocked away again by Skiba. This time it goes out of bounds, however. And it'll be Newman basketball. Autumn Linsmeyer getting set to check back in and give Mason Krings a little bit of a breather. They're working hard out there. Comes to the bench with a smile per usual. Sydney Fronick will inbound it from this corner of the gymnasium by the water jug. Does so to Fetch. Zerflew on her. Good matchup between those two quick guards here tonight. Screen set that time by Whalen. Royals fight through it. Go on the baseline now to Whalen as she rolls off that pick and roll. Ball on the right-hand side. That's Kimball. Jumper, right side. Fronick, 3-ball, good. And just like that, the Cardinals back on top, 10-9. We're now under 10 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. Wendels has it on the right side beyond the arc. Skip it over to Linsmeyer, baseline, 15-footer, yeah! Autumn Linsmeyer, her first 2. She has 3 points, and Assumption back on top, 11-10. Behind the back with the dribble. Fetch has it. Mr. Fronick on the right-hand side. Picked up by Zerflew. Kimball with it. Grunhofer guarding her. Works her way in the paint and then kicks it back out. Fronick, dribble penetration off the glass, short, rebound, knocked away by Skiba. And then we'll say that Olivia not only blocked the ball, but knocked her to the ground. And for Olivia, that's going to be personal foul number 2. So a couple of shots coming up for Signe Fronick. These will be the first free throw shot here tonight by the Cardinals. Fronick's first free throw is nothing but 12. Jankowski back in. She replaces Kimball. And for the Royals, Krings will come in for Skiba. Fronick's next free throw rattles out. Rebound Whalen high, but you can't control it, and Grunhofer takes it away. Going to put Whalen out on a 1-3-1 zone defense. Assistant coaches were talking to me about that before the ball game, saying that they saw that against Bowler last night for the first time, so they prepared a little bit for it today. Inside, dribble drive, penetration. Macy Zerflew put it up. Little floater from 5 feet away and good. And into the forecourt quickly come the Cardinals. 13-11 now knocked away by Krings, but she can't quite get to it in time. Good hustle by Mason. 8:40 to go, half number 1, 13-11 Assumption. Jolynn Frisch getting set to check in for, she can come in for Gina. Yep, give Gina a little bit of a breather here. Well, Newman Catholic, they got nothing to lose here. Coming to the record of 10-14, they like nothing better than to knock off their old conference foes. Ball inside, blocked once, but not twice by Krings. As Abby Fox goes to the floor, and now we'll go to the foul line. First on Mason, and that is now 5 on the team. So 2 free throws upcoming for Abby Fox. First free throw is in the air and off the bracket, no good. Last night, the Cardinals were 15 for 21 from the free throw line. Kimball back into the ball game, replacing Whalen or Newman. Grunhofer will come back in with the next stoppage of play, and that should be right now. As the second free throw goes in for Abby Fox, her first point in the ball game.
Substitution. She came out with that last foul, right? The clock never started when we shot free throws.
Well, they were going to try to get Gina into the ball game, but they wouldn't let her in because she came out on the last free throw. When the stoppage of the clock never ran, so she can't come back into the ball game. So she has to go back, wait at the table, and Gracie Wendels will come back in for her. 13-12, Royals by 1. 8.5 minutes to go in half number 1. Wendels, top of the wheel. Frisch, lob it underneath. Left hand, Autumn Linsmeyer. How soft was that? Autumn looked like a natural lefty with that shot. Assumption by 3, 15-12. And now Frisch almost a steal, and it is stolen away by Linsmeyer in the backcourt. Up the far side of the court goes Zerflu. She'll bring it to the near side with the dribble. Wendell's back over to Zerflu. Right side Kring, spotting up a 3. Didn't let it go, however. Dribbles it to the top of the wheel. Almost a backcourt violation. Saved nicely by Linsmeyer. They reload the offense in the hand of Macy Zerflu. Wendell's on the left wing. Dribble drive penetration, then she loses it. We're going to get a push. Yeah. Fortunate for the Royals, they're going to call a foul on McGuckin. And didn't get the turnover. So Wendell's will have a seat. She'll be replaced by Grundhofer. Jankowski sits down. And Michaela Slaby, 5'7" junior, will see her first PT tonight for the Cardinals. Inbounds. Grundhofer took it. Got it right back from Zerflu. Turned to the basket. Put it over the front of the rim. And it went through. And suddenly the Royals have a 5-point lead. And now the ball goes through the hands of the intended receiver, Slaby, but it's run down by Fronick. She goes to the basket and throws up a shot and gets it to fall. That's unfortunate for the Royals. Had the 5-point lead, almost got the turnover, could have went up by 7 or 8 instead. Now it's back down to 3, 17-14. Krings with a little weave over to Linsmeyer. Now down the paint. They let her go to the basket. Macy Zerflu, unabated. You can't have that happening. It's a sure basket. Krings now with the steal in the backcourt. And it lost, and they're going to say, I don't know what they're going to say. It looked like it was knocked out by Newman, but I think he pointed 2 different ways. But I think one of the ways he was pointing was to get Whalen back into the ball game to replace McGuckin and say the ball went off of the Royals. 19-14, 7:07 to go. Stolen on the inbounds right underneath the basket. Oh, they said that it was stolen by Linsmeyer, but then when she got a hand on it and she tried to dribble it, it dribbled off the end line, so we'll just keep it right where it was. We won't give either team a turnover. Probably could give all 2 that time. Inbounds to Fetch. She'll spin it to the left and now comes back to the right against Linsmeyer. Cleared out with the right hand. No foul. We play on. Right hand side. Slaby just double dribble. And the official got it. So did Coach Berghauser. He was right in the official's ear, making sure he called it. 19-14 Royals, 3 ticks under, 7 minutes to go. It's been a battle here thus far in this regional final, as you would suspect, when these Merriwood South Conference foes match up for a 3rd time, as well as the old CWCC days. Krings, left-hand side. Frisch, he looked like she might have split the pivot foot that time. No call. Zerflu, jump stop, right side, Linsmeyer, 7-footer, good. Nice bounce pass from Zerflu. Nice finish by Linsmeyer. The girls are fired. Wausau Newman needs a timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in a minute right after this. Well, that last touchdown, a big one for the Royals as they lead it by 7, 21-14. It'll be Newman basketball with 6:34 remaining in this first half of play. The fans for the Royals all pumped up. Ball's knocked away from Whalen by Jolyn Frisch. The Royals are going the other way, up ahead to Krings. Left hand finish at baseline. Her first 2 of the ball game, and Assumption leading it now by 9 points. Up ahead, the pressure. Fronick will get it underneath to Kimball with the left-hand finish. Logan Krim gets her first 2 points of the ball game. And it's 23-16 as the Royals walk it into the forecourt. All poke checked away. Jolyn Frisch able to run it down over to Zerflu on the left wing. She tries to penetrate, unable to do so. Has to go to Krings and they give it right back to Zerflu. So now Macy will dribble it to the top of the wheel, trying to reload this offense. Left side Krings. Can't get it inside to Linsmeyer. On top of the wheel, Grundhofer. Right side Zerflu. 3-bomb on the way! Macy Zerflu from downtown Wisconsin Rapids. 26-16, Royals by 10. Ball batted in the air by Grundhofer. She can't save it over by the Newman bench, but it gets a big round of applause from the Royal faithful. Jankowski will come back and replace Kimball for the Cardinals. Royals with a double-digit lead with 5:12 remaining in this first half of play. Fetch into the front court, goes against Zerflu, goes behind the back with the dribble, now crosses it over, goes right-hand side to Fox. Fox tries to dribble penetrate on the baseline, cut off by Frisch. Whalen now on top, Fronick in the corner. He goes against Krings, bumped by Mason, and they're going to get Mason for her second personal foul. Gracie Wendell will come in for Mason. 6 team fouls, they're going to give her 2, they will. So Fronick, who is 6 points behind her name, will now shoot 2, and she leaves the first one short. And Mason will take a seat. 4:51 to go. And the Royals up by 10. Been a battle here thus far tonight, that's for sure, as you would expect. Second free throw no good either, and now they're going to call a foul on Grunhofer on the rebound. And for Gina, that's going to be personal foul number 2. She's going to have to take a seat, as Whalen now will go to the free throw line. Mariah, 6'1" junior, still got a year of volleyball under her, left ahead of her. One thing I like about this officiating crew, at least they come over and talk to the coaches and tell them what they're seeing and calling. Whalen's free throw, rolls off the rim, however the rebound takes a funky hop, and Fox gets the board. Rebound on the way, no good. The ball hit the guy wire, so it's going to be Assumption basketball. So the Royals kind of avoided a little bit of a run there by the Cardinals, as now Coach Vandenelsen wants a timeout. He just wants a 30, Tim. Let's do the same. We're back with more from Assumption right after this. Tim, the polka guy, Humboldt, back at our studios engineering our broadcast. He's had a long day as polka show, doing the hockey sectional final from Onalaska, and now doing our ball game as well. Tim, kudos to you for the big long day. Thank you. 26-16, our score. Royals on top, 4:44 remaining in this first half of play. Assumption with the lead and the basketball. Autumn Linsmeyer on top of the wheel. She'll pick up her dribble, almost dragged the pivot foot over to Zerflu. Jump stop in the lane, put it up, lost it a little bit on the way to the basket, and the rebound comes down to Fox. She now falls to the floor, keeps her dribble alive, and then they said she stood up with it. And that'll be turnover number 8 unofficially on the Cardinals. I think Coach has a pretty good argument. It looked like she kept her dribble until she kind of regained her balance and then threw it, but he said she stood up with the basketball, which you can't do from the floor. Now some pressure coming on Wendell's as she finally gets it over into the hands of Zerflu. Assumption with the ball. Wendell's with the turn of the corner. Now backs it back out beyond the arc. Both Skiba and Grunhofer on the bench right now. Those Crowns with the dribble. Wendell's, Zerflu, and Frisch out on the court for Assumption. And with Linsmeyer. Autumn with the basketball, top of the wheel, left side. Zerflu going to spot up another 3-ball. This one's wide left. Rebound, however, comes down to Wendell's. She'll put up the jumper, no. And Rose Crowns with the rebound. Put it up with the left hand. And I think Rose is going to get called for the foul as she hits Kimball pretty hard. So for Rose, 5'8" senior, she'll get her first personal and will take a walk to the other end. Brogan Kimball, who has 2 points tonight, will shoot a 1-and-1. And the first one is good. They've shot 8 free throws, have the Cardinals thus far, and they've made 3. Last night, 15 for 21. Missed the second one. The rebound is taken down by Gracie Wendell's. Kind of curious to see if Coach would like to run off a couple of minutes here with just doing a little weave on top. Take their time. That's what they're doing right now. Zerflu trying to dump it underneath to Frisch. He's double teamed down low. Puts up a shot. No, but Crowns with the rebound for Assumption. A little bit of a clear out that time by Zerflu with the right arm. No call. We play on. Rotate the arc on the right-hand side. Frisch fakes the shot. Get it underneath to Autumn Linsmeyer. And Autumn on the high-low catch, pass, finish has 9 points. 28-17, biggest lead of the ball game for the Royals. Pressure in the backcourt against Abby Fox. They'll go right side to Kimball. She dribbles it against Frisch. Reaching in is Zerflu. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Royals. And Newman going to send Whalen back into the ball game along with Fronick. Let's see who comes out. Fox and Kimball take a seat for the Cardinals. 28-17, Royals on top, trying to get to Thursday night sectional semifinal against, we probably are going to be facing Loyola because they play Marshfield Columbus tonight. Just a guess. The Royals in the forecourt, bounce it underneath the Frisch. She bounces her way inside, high off the glass. Joe Lynn Frisch for two. 30-17, Assumption by 13. Fetch in the backcourt, has it knocked away, but regathers. High in the sky, Frisch knocks it out of bounds. The crowd and bench goes wild as the defense playing hard, knocking the ball free. Jolene really sucking it up out there. She's got to play some hard minutes for Olivia and Gina, who are on the bench with 2 fouls each. Fetch goes left side, Fronick. Picked up out there by Linsmeyer. Linsmeyer again knocking it away. Out of bounds it goes, and the crowd, the boys, is where the ball sails. They go crazy. Abby Fox will replace Brogan Kimball for Coach Anna Nelson. 2:26 to go in this first half of play. 30-17 Assumption. Inbounds to Abby Fox. They left the baseline wide open. Now they recover on it. Double team down low. Linsmeyer almost takes it away. Back off on the dribble. Fronick with it out beyond the arc. She goes to Fetch, top of the wheel, bounce it with the right hand. 2, 3, take it forward, turn the edge. Gets a big screen, stops, pops from 8 feet, rolls it off. The rim no good. Whalen with the rebound. She gets fouled by Rose Crowns on the backside. Send Whalen to the free throw line to shoot 2. Mariah Whalen 0 for 1 from the charity stripe, gets 2 here, and the first one short and falls off to the right. 125 ticks to go in half number 1, 30-17 Royals. She misses them both, and Linsmeyer gets the rebound for Assumption. She dribbles down, watch out behind, and turns and leaves it for Zerflu. Newman still in their 1-3-1 zone defense. They really pressure the ball. And Whalen is pushing hard against Racy Wendels and gets called for the push that time. Good call by the official. She was just a little too aggressive. Actually, not a bad foul, however, for Newman because they only had 3 team fouls, and that's the first on Whalen. So they're pretty foul-free compared to 9 on the Royals thus far. Minute 45 to go. Zerflu thought about the 3 for a second, then backs it off. So skip it over to Wendell. She'll dribble it inside. They call her for a block. I want to see Art's replay on that one. I didn't see that foot move. But nonetheless, it's turnover number 3 on Assumption. With $1:38 to go in the half. Fetch with the catch. Oh, I like that. Ahead to Fox. Or to Fry. Little floater in the lane, short off the rim. The rebound comes down to Rose Cross. Ahead to Autumn Linsmeyer. Way across court, right side. Give it over to Zerflu. Jump stop, left side, Crowns. 8-footer short. Frisch had the position. Ball took a funky hop. Ball's now on the floor. So are a bunch of bodies. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Newman. Minute 12 remaining. Boy, the Royals have not only done a nice job of weathering the storm with both Olivia and Gina on the bench, but actually extended their lead here. And I say that this goes all the way back to that game against Aquinas when they got in some foul trouble. The 7th, 6th ranked team. Depends on which poll you looked at in Division 4. Again, hand on it for Zerflu. Up ahead, Fronick. She runs in the crowds, and they'll call it block, I think. They haven't decided yet. A couple of refs are talking about it. Yep, they're going to call it on Rose for the block. She was leading a little bit that time and got called for her 3rd. Coach was hoping he might get a block on her. Charge on that, but that would have been a tough charge call. So Fronick, who's 1 for 4 from the free throw line, will shoot 2 and knocks down the first. Yeah, that Aquinas game, Royals got in some foul trouble, and their bench really played well, and I think it gave the girls and the coaching staff a whole lot of confidence in the team. That almost a reach in the backcourt by Fronick. Macy Zerflu able to keep it alive now with 50 seconds to go. I'd like to see him play for 1 shot here. Leading it by 12 with 45 seconds to go. No hurry. Zerflu, however, will dribble it inside, try a reverse layup. No. Ball's free. She gets it, jumps it out to Linsmeyer. Runs into Whalen, right side crowns, underneath to Wendell. She has it stripped away, but it's picked up by Zerflu with 30 seconds to go, and coach is yelling, one shot. Just hold it for one shot. We're up by 12. No reason to shoot anymore until the very end of the half. 20 seconds to go. Wendell's way out on top of the wheel. Over to Zerflu, skip it right side crown. She'll spot up a long 17-footer. No. Rebound, Frisch, and it's in! Joe Lynn with a big putback. 32-18, the ball just went off of the leg of Zerflu. I thought it went off of Fox's leg with 7 seconds to go. Kristen Linsmeyer going to come in for Rose Crowns with 3 fouls, and she gets a lot of high fives from her compadres on the bench. So the inbound from the end of the bench of the Catholic Cardinals. And ball's poked away by Zerflu. She slides to the floor, trying to take it away from Fronick with 3.3 to go. No foul here, girls. Don't need to put them at the free throw line with 3 seconds to go. And whatever you do, don't foul on a long 3-point attempt. Fox has it knocked up in the air again by Linsmeyer. She had Fetch breaking to the right side, and fortunately, Linsmeyer was able to get a hand on it. She has some ups, that girl. Here's a long high pass to Whalen, who can really jump as well. 3 ball at the buzzer for Fronick is no good. Excuse me, that was Fetch instead, and we have come to the end of the first half of play. The Royals weather the storm, lead it by a score of 32-18. We'll step out, we'll add up some numbers, we'll send it back to Tim for a little bit, and we'll be back with more from Assumption right after this. If you hear the horn, you know it was perfect timing by Tim the Polka Guy, as usual, engineering our broadcast tonight. Royals will have the basketball. They'll head from left to right towards 105-5 here in half number 2. Zerflu, rebound, straight away, short off the iron, rebound. Zerflu, left hand, Linsmeyer with the left hand. Autumn now, the leading scorer on the contest. She has 11, and the lead is up to 16. That's a nice way to start a half. High pass that time from Fetch over the head of Kimball, and the Royals caused turnover number 9. Well, I don't know how much they caused. That was almost an unforced error. See if we can get another quick bucket here and put this thing up to 18. Never feel comfortable against a team that can shoot the threes like the Cardinals can. Get it inside to Skiba. Backs her way down low. No, gets her own rebound. Put it up again. Yes! Got the hoop and the arm as Brogan Kimball just picked up her first personal. And it's going to be a 3-point play, and a 30-second timeout. It's going to be taken by Coach Van den Elzen. Well, he takes a TO. We will as well. We're back with more right after this. How about that for a start? The first 4 points in 32 seconds, and if Olivia can hit the free throw, it'll be a 5-0 run to start out the second half of play here from Assumption in this regional final. So Olivia steps up to the free throw line, gets the ball, gives it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, bounces, puts it up and rolls it off. Rebound to Abby Fox for Newman. And she'll dribble it unabated into the forecourt, straight up the middle of the court. Picks up her dribble now, goes on the right-hand side to McGuckin. Picked up by Krings, knocked away by Linsmeyer. Krings has got the turnover, that's number 10. Skiba now picks up the loose change and leaves it for Zerflu. Right-hand side, Mason, inside to Skiba. They're really working inside, Olivia. Pounds her way down, puts it off the glass and in. Now a steal almost by Zerflu in the backcourt. She got body checked by Abby Fox, so she couldn't get to the basketball. And will remain Newman basketball as Whalen comes back into the ball game, replacing Kimball for Newman. 1 minute exactly off the clock here, and the Royals start off with a 6-0 run to start this second half. Lead it by 20. They lead by more than Newman has scored thus far tonight, and yet you still don't feel comfortable. Fetch into the forecourt. She takes it up the far side of the arena. Over to Whalen, bouncing it into Fox. Triple team down there, keeps her dribble alive. Turns around, puts it up into Grunhofer. Oh my, looked like Gina had that basketball way up high and they called it on, nope, they're gonna call it on Autumn instead. I think he said I blew that one, so I'll call it on Autumn instead of the third on Gina. And then 2 free throws coming up for Fox. Free throw on the way and off the bracket, no. 4 for 14 from the charity stripe when last night they were 15 for 21. And right now, Coach Vandenelzen says we'd like those free throws back. This one rattles home. 2 points now for Abby Fox. She's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And it's 38-19, Assumption leading it here in half number 2. We're just barely underway here in the second half. Grundhofer on top of the wheel. Bounce it once on the right, give it to Krings. Whalen is banging on Skiba. Had Olivia on the back door look, didn't quite get it to her. Instead they went on the left side to Zerfler. Now they bounce it inside of Grundhofer. Drop step, put it up and in for Gina. I think the Royals decided at halftime they were going to just pound it inside. And their lead now is 21. Fox in the back court. She gets hounded back there by Linsmeyer. Now she spins it around, stolen away by Zerflu. Take it to the basket with the left hand and finish it. Does Macy. She's got 11 points. 42-19 now, Royals on top. Linsmeyer with the pressure in the backcourt. Pass it up ahead. Fox goes to the floor hard, goes right-hand side. Jumper for Jankowski doesn't go. There's Linsmeyer in the sky, pulling it away from Whalen. She's going to take it all the way to the basket, gets bumped on the floor. No shot, but the foul is going to be called against Mariah Whalen. The 6'1 junior picks up her second personal. It'll be Assumption basketball. Checking into the ball game will be Signe Fronick, replacing Brogan Kimball. Inbounds, looking, get it to Gina. She dribbles it towards the hoop, falls away, 4-footer goal. Can't stop her that close from the hole. You can only hope to contain her. 44-19 now. Royals extending that lead with 15 and a half minutes to go. Tough patch up ahead from Fetch to Fronick. Rings on her. A lot of body that time, back out to Fetch. Puts the ball on the floor with the left hand, cross it back and forth, right to left, and goes inside. Jankowski tries to dump it down low to Fox, taken away by Olivia Skiba. Up ahead, Krings. She'll slam on the brakes, go left hand side. Macy Zerflu with the dribble. Top of the wheel, pounded a couple of times with the right hand. Linsmeyer now, ball on the right hip. Pick it up, left side, Skiba. Looking to get it inside of Gina, can't do it. 3-bomb on the way, Zerflu! You can count it! And Coach Vandenelzen can just sit back and watch helplessly as the lead is now 47-19 Assumption. Fox on the right side against the pressure. They double team on her. They get it ahead to Whalen. She'll go right back to Fox. She goes against Grundhofer, dribbling it down low, double teamed and tries to bounce it out. There's Linsmeyer again with the steal. Bodied by Whalen, no call. We go the other way, blocked by Grundhofer, picked out of the sky by Gina. We're headed the other way. She takes it to the left side. Jump stop, Zerflu, goal! Macy with 7.5. It's 49-19. The Royals by 30. 14-10 to go, and a blocking foul going to be called on Whalen as she was trying to set a pick against Linsmeyer. That's 3 on Mariah. And here's where the long halves hurt you because you just don't have the number of timeouts that you lose that extra one at the quarters. Slavey will check back in for the second time tonight, and she'll replace Abby Fox. This was a close game for a long time in the first half, and suddenly the Royals by 30. Now they try to go inside to Skiba, goes through her hands. That's only a turnover. But now Zerflu takes it away, goes back to Skiba. She can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, no. Misses it with the right and the left hand. And finally the rebound is hauled down by Fetch for Newman. Right side Fronick with the dribble. Beyond the arc, picked up by Grundhofer. She goes underneath to Whalen, has it knocked away by Zerflu, but Macy got her on the arm. That's the first on Macy. And team's second foul. Rose Crowns will give a breather to Olivia Skiba, who worked really hard. Bench stands to applaud and gives her a high five. Slaby will inbound it. Does so too. Tries to get it into the hands of Jankowski, but it's stolen away again by the Royals. Grundhofer, blow by, put it up, no. Rebound to Whalen. Thought the Royals were going to get a breakout too that time. Instead, here come the Cardinals, down by 30. Slaby with it on the left side, dribble penetration. Right side 3-bomb on the way, no good for Jankowski. Rebound Fronick, spinner, put it up, Rebound Whalen, blocked from behind by Grundhofer. Not once, but twice. And the official decides to call it on the second block. They're going to call it on, not on Grundhofer, but instead I think Rose Browns. Yep, for Rose, it's going to be her 4th personal. And it'll be a 2-shot foul for Mariah Whalen. First free throw is in the air and no good. Mariah 0 for 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Gracie Wendels will replace Rose with those 4 fouls. That's a nice round of applause from the crowd. Tell you what, this bench has played very well for the Royals down the stretch here this year. As Whalen's second free throw is on the way, and she misses it again. And the rebound to Zerflu, who comes out on the fly down the near side of the court. Krings all alone underneath. Nobody following Gina Grundhofer. How do you leave Larry Fitzgerald wide open? 2 for Grundhofer. Up ahead. Put up the shot off the backboard, no. Slaby loses it out of bounds. They're going to say it's still their ball. And Gracie Wendels picks up herself up off the floor. 12:52 remaining in the ball game. 51-19 Assumption. They try to bounce it to Whalen. It goes through her hands into the backcourt. They'll say they did not touch it. So therefore, no over and back. Fronick with the dribble against Linsmeyer. She falls to the floor. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Newman. Good hustle. Applauded the effort of Autumn Linsmeyer. She's playing a whale of a ball game here tonight. Inbounds, tough catch by Fetch as she's right in front of Coach Vandenelsen. Whalen on the left baseline. An offer on here. Give and go to Fronick. She loses the ball. Picked up by Whalen on the left edge. Still on the floor is Fronick, and now they go on top to Slaby. Right side, that's Fetch with it. She gets double teamed, dribbles away from it. Left side, 3-bomb on the way for Fronick, short, and the board by Krings. Mason secures and leaves it for Zerflu. 51-19, just over 12 minutes to go here in this ball game. The winner to move on to next Thursday's sectional semifinal in Wapaka. Nice pass up ahead to Grundhofer, kicked it back out to Wendels. 3-bomb for Zerflu, that's going to be a little bit long, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Fronick. Newman into the forecourt, up the near side with the dribble, keeps it alive, crosses it over to the right hand, now picks up that dribble. Krings all over her. She has to go to Whalen in the corner. Grundhofer pops way outside, throws it right into the hands of Zerflu, and she's just going to spin and take it all the way to the basket, put it up, and in. Macy with another 2 and another timeout taken by Coach Vandenelsen. He wants a full, so do I. Back with more right after this. Hard to believe, but the Assumption Royals with a 34-point lead, and I just kind of sat and looked at the clock at the break there and said, I guess I can start to feel a little more comfortable with this lead. You just always never feel comfortable when you're playing against Newman Catholic, but Royals on top, 34 points here with 11:34 to go. It'll be Newman Catholic basketball in the backcourt. Pass up ahead to Fronick. She'll take it across the timeline. Ball is tipped and caught by Fetch. She has it poked away from behind, but Gracie Wendels got a little bit too much of the arm. It'll be the first on Gracie, 4th on the team. So the inbound will be underneath the Newman basket. And before that happens, Kimball comes back in, replacing Whalen for the Cardinals. Slaby to inbound it. Does so in the corner to Kimball. Kimball tries to turn the edge on Frisch, who's giving a breather to Skiba. Nice little spin move that time by Brogan Kimball. She gets her second basket of the ball game to go along with 1 free throw. She's got 5 points. 53-21 Royals with 11:08 to go. Zerflu, left-hand side. Over to Linsmeyer, back out to Zerflu. Rotate the arc. Grundhofer behind that arc. Tough catch by Wendels. Ball on top of the wheel, Zerflu. Left elbow, look underneath to Frisch. She'll put up, they said she walked. Looked like she kind of skipped and jumped that time. And you can only do that out at Homestead in early May. I always have a nice little tournament out there called the Hop, Skip, and Jump that we enjoy participating in. Why don't you head on out to Homestead Golf Course as well, Highway 73 North, Wisconsin Rapids, and maybe see if you can't sign up for that Hop, Skip, and Jump. Shot, 3-bomb on the way, short, rebound by, guess who? Autumn Linsmeyer. They got numbers, 2-on-1. Nobody stops her, she takes it all the way in, and we're going to get a bump going to be called on Kimball. Give me the second on Brogan, team's 4th, 2 free throws upcoming for Autumn Linsmeyer. She's got 11 points. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, just hit on over the viaduct. First free throw, good. Drive out of town a mile or two. You'll see it on the right-hand side. Check out the course. See if the snow's starting to go away. Starting to get the itch, aren't we? Second free throw, yeah. 3 for 2 on this set, 3 for 4 on the game. As Jolyn takes a little breather, and Olivia Skiba back in for her. 55-21, Royals again by 34. Just saw Coach Paul Haig of Northland Lutheran, who came here to watch this game tonight. Put up a good battle last evening for the Wildcats. Into the forecourt comes Newman Catholic. 3-bomb on the way. Look it for Signe Fronick. That's her second 3. She has 10 points to lead all scorers. And Coach, let's see, who wants the timeout? Andy Nelson? Nope, they're going to say it's Coach Burkhauser going to take the timeout. He's going to take a full timeout. Let's take a minute with him, Tim. We're back with more from Assumption. You're listening to the new Y, 105.5 WLJY. Got a chance to talk to our buddy Chad Holmes from Wausau, down here broadcasting the game here tonight. He was hoping for an upset. Gina Grunhofer, 3 ball, is going to be long and wide, but it's run down, however, by Zerflu. She'll kick it out. Krings for 3 from straight away. Oh, it doesn't go. Rebound, Linsmeyer, however. The hoop and hard! Autumn Linsmeyer. 6 in the half, 15 on the night. She'll shoot another as well. Gracie Wendels will replaced by Olivia Skiba. It was good to catch up with Chad Holmes. Does a great job as well for those folks up there in Wausau. It was very helpful when we exchanged notes on the teams. Linsmeyer's next free throw, good. Autumn. 4 for 5 from the charity stripe tonight, and the Royals lead it again by 34. More pressure in the backcourt. Fronick up ahead. Right-hand side, Slavy puts a nice move onto the baseline, put up the jumper too long, and the rebound comes down to Zerflu. Outlet pass ahead to Mason Kring. She'll take it all the way to the basket, slam on the break, have the ball poke checked away. Grunhofer runs it down in front of her friends on the sideline there from the student body. Gets it back underneath, little drop step. Oh, she got hit on the arm big time. No call. Skiba tries to save it and throws it off the back of the backboard. Then they say Assumption basketball. Oh, they're going to overturn that. Both the official was kind of watching the step out and didn't see that the ball hit the backboard. The other 2 officials came in and said, yep, that's going to be Newman basketball. Good teamwork that time by the officiating staff. Jolyn Frisch going to come back in the ballgame, give Gina a little bit of a breather. Carson Bushman also going to see her first action of the ballgame, replacing Autumn Linsmeyer. Carson is a 5'7" senior. This round of applause for Gina and Autumn, who's done a heck of a job out there thus far tonight. 9:22 to go, Assumption by 34. Didn't think I'd be saying that with about 7 minutes left in the first half when it was about a 2-point ball game. The Royals have really turned it on since that time. Seniors playing their last home ball game of their careers. 3-bomb rattles around and out for Fetch. You heard them last night right here on New Y 105.5, how they wanted to win their last game on their home court. They're going to do that here tonight. Jolyn Frisch rolling around, 360 plus 90 more before she drops through. Jolyn Frisch now with 6 points. That shot from beyond the arc, and Coach Burkhauser with a fist bump. 60-24. Are you kidding me? The Royals. And now a steal by Frisch. And Zerflu going to slam on the brakes and load the offense from the top of the wheel. Left-hand side, ball bounced by Krings. Right side into the hands of Zerflu. One dribble. Frisch thinking about taking another long bomb, 2. Doesn't instead. They get it underneath the Skiba. Little drop step, put it off the back of the rim, no. And Fetch with the rebound for Newman Catholic. She's going to try to take it all the way to the basket. Off the glass and in. Nice move that time by Lauren Fetch. She has 7 points. And with 8 minutes to go, Assumption leading it 60-26. Into the front court, Carson Bushman, right wing. Krings underneath Skiba. All alone off the glass and good. 6 in the half, 8 for the ball game for Olivia Skiba. They have no answer inside for the Royals' height. And it's 62-26 now. 3-bomb on the way from the left side. Jankowski, Krings with the board. And the Royals semi-pushing it up court before Zerflu slows it up and takes it to the left wing. Keeps her dribble alive, now comes back towards the top. Now tries to turn the corner, unable to do so. Reach-in foul will be called on Taylor Jankowski. The 5'7" senior picks up her second personal foul, and that is going to be team foul number 5. Gracie Wendell's replacing Macy Zerflu. She gets a high five from Coach Burkhauser. Mason Krings getting set to check it in for the Royals. Gets it to Skiba, just outside of the block. She makes the pivot. They called her for the walk. It's only turnover number 6 unofficially on Assumption tonight, with 7:19 to go. And the Royals on top. The numbers are transposed on the scoreboard. 62-26. Woo! Oh, Royals. Going to be going to the sectional semifinal on Thursday night. Probably will be facing Loyal. There's a little jump stop in the middle. Ball's on the floor. So is Mason Krings and Gracie Wendell's in the possession arrow in favor of the Royals. Tell you what, you can just see it in the play of these 8 Royal seniors and the juniors as well, that they do not want their season to come to a close. And should they match up with Loyal next week, Thursday, in the sectional semifinal, it will be a dandy. Royals into the forecourt. Carson Bushman down low. Skiba, drop stop, step left side, turn around, put it down. Boy, add that to the arsenal yet. She's got 8.5, 10 on the ball game. Keep Olivia and Gina out of foul trouble. This team's going to be tough to beat. Jumper, left side fetch. You can book it. She now has 9 points. Rose Crowns and Kristen Linsmeyer getting set to check in for the Royals. Probably for Krings and Skiba. The next whistle. Wendell's on the left side. Out to Skiba. And we got a hold going to be called against Kimball. For Brogan, it'll be her 3rd personal. 6th team foul. Should not be shooting a 1-and-1. I've only got him for 6, but I must have missed one because they say 7. All right, well, give Olivia free throws. We're not that way. First free throw on the way and good. Hit the second one, young lady, and you can call it a night. She has 11 points behind her name, looking for number 12 and a seat on the bench by Coach Burkhauser. Very quiet in the gym. Free throw on the way. She gets the free throw to fall. And Rose Crowns will replace her. And everybody's up and applauding Olivia for a great game here tonight. Hugs from everybody all the way around. Kind of like she just scored a goal in hockey. She goes flying down the boards and gets a high five from everybody. 6 minutes exactly to go. 66-28, Royals in a rout. Left-hand side, fetch for 3. No, rebound battle for Bushman. Ties up Kimball in the possession arrow in favor of Newman. So McGuckin should trigger the inbound underneath the basket. Does so to Fox. And Fox puts it up, gets the hoop, and draws the foul. It might be on Kristen Linsmeyer. I am right. First on Kristen. 5th on the team. Fox's free throw, that one goes in. So 3-point play for Abby Fox. 5 points now in the ball game for Abby. 66-28 Royals. Frisch on top of the wheel, Wendell's. Under 6 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Wendell's has it poke checked away momentarily by Fox. And regathers. Picks up her dribble from the top of the wheel, Crowns. Rose will skip it around to Bushman. Carson, one bounce, left side, back to Crowns. Rose will leave it for Jolyn Frisch. Right side, Wendell's. Very patient by Assumption. Lob it underneath. Good catch by Bushman. Instead of putting it up, she tried to pass it over to Jolyn Frisch. Almost a little bit too unselfish that time. Long pass up ahead. Fox just walked. Coach Van Nelson knew it, just kind of spun around. And Newman now going to make mass substitutions as well. Kayla Tomzik, a senior, will come into the ball game. Jessica Pitterly, a senior. Whalen back in. Also checking in Ireland Kalo. Ireland, a senior. For Newman. Bushman puts one up from just beyond the free throw line. That doesn't go. And the rebound into the hands of the Newman Cardinals. On the baseline, Kalo put up the shot. It won't go. Fresh with the rebound for Assumption. 4.5 minutes to go. Kristen Lindsmeyer into the front court. Wendell's right side, Bushman. Out on top, Lindsmeyer. That's Kristen as Autumn's night is done. The Royals on top comfortably, 66-31. Kristen has it poked up by Kalo. Goes out of bounds, and they'll say last touched by Newman. Ireland, Kalo, let me tell you, she is fighting hard out there. I like her effort. She's a senior. Let's play a little bit as well, and playing well at that. Browns with a tough pass across court to Wendell's, and they'll say last touched by Newman. I think instead of calling the foul, they said let's give the ball to Assumption. So Crowns will trigger the inbound in front of her friends on the far side of the court. Gets it into Bushman. Back to Rose. Top the wheel, Wendell's. Boy, 3 straight games that the Royals bench getting a lot of PT. Straight away, Lindsmeyer, no. Crowns almost had it. Picked up by Wendell's, a flyby, shoot it up off the glass and good. We see Wendell's now with 4 points, 68-31. And a host of Royals getting set to check into the ball game for the 3rd straight game. We'll have, I believe, all 14 into the ball game once again. Bounce it down inside to Whalen, little 5-footer, good. Mariah Whalen, that's her first basket of the ball game. It's her first points. Over 5 from the free throw line tonight. Bushman, left side. First on the arc on the left wing, far side of the court. Rotated to the near side to Bushman. Dribble penetration. Rose Crowns. Pump fakes, gets Whalen up in the air. Leaves it for Frisch on the top of the wheel. Right back to Crowns. She'll let a 3-ball fly, short off the rim. Rebound, hustling down there is Gracie Wendell's once again, but the rebound is secured by Fetch. Well, Lauren Fetch, a 5'7" junior, still out on the court for Newman. Running this offense with 1 tick under 3 minutes remaining. He's going to dribble it to the left-hand side. Get the ball to Tomzik. Whalen on top now. Kalo on the near side arc. Feigns a few times. Dribble spin. And throws it right into the hands of Gracie Wendell. She loses it momentarily. It's picked up by Lindsmeyer. Ahead to Crowns. Rose with the left hand. No. Rebound comes down to Lindsmeyer. Bushman, 15-footer, short. Rebound, Frisch off the glass in. Jolynn Frisch has 8 points tonight, and it's 70-33. You heard it right. Royals leading it by 37 with 2:20 to go. Fetch, 15-footer, left side, long rebound. Last touch, they'll say, by Assumption. And everybody they can think of now going to come into the ball game. And people we don't have on the roster. Big round of applause for the Royals' second unit, now the 3rd unit back out on the court, just like they were the last 2 ball games. Kenzie Wagner, 5'6" sophomore in the game for Assumption. Rebound, left side. Fronick doesn't go. Rebound, however, to Kalo. He's all over the place. Nice move on the baseline. Blocked out of there by Sullivan. She can't control it. That's Erin Sullivan, 5'6" sophomore, also on the court. She's out there with Rachel Kaminsky, a 5'9" sophomore. Claire Preuss out there as well for Assumption. That's Newman Catholic with the ball, 2 minutes to go. 3 ball on the way for Fronick, no. And Kaminsky with the rebound for Assumption. Sullivan on the left wing. Kristen Lindsmeyer has it. So bounce it to the right side, Wagner. Top of the wheel, Sullivan. Will reach in, but she pulls it away. Keeps it alive. Kaminsky has it. Kalo had it go off of her body. It'll remain Assumption basketball. Buck 36 to go. talk to a few of the young ladies after the ball game again. Chat also with Coach Burkhauser. All of that's still upcoming here for you on 105.5 WLJY. Get the ball down to place, has it blocked away. Fronick up ahead with it. She'll take it into the paint, draw the foul, and that'll be whistled against Kristen Linsmeyer. That'll be her second personal. 2 free throws upcoming for Signe Fronick. She has 10 points tonight. 2 for 6 from the free throw line, make it 2 for 7 as she misses this one. So after going 15 for 21 from the free throw line last night, not the same success this evening for Newman. Second toss by Fronick. This one is good, however. She now has 11 points. 70-34. Linsmeyer, dribble penetration. Left-hand side, Preuss with it. Keeps the dribble alive across the top of the wheel. Goes to Kaminsky on the right wing. Sullivan, that's Aaron with it. Preuss, Wagner. Lob it down in the corner. And they say that Sullivan caught it and walked. Exactly 1 minute to go here in our ball game. And Assumption will move on to the sectional semifinals next Thursday night in Wapaka. Taylor with the basketball dribble. Looking to dribble penetrate, trying to get a spin move in there. Has to kick it back out on the outside. Rotate the arc to the left. Jumper from the side. Slavy put it up. Doesn't go. And a reach in. They don't call it. We play on. Linsmeyer battles through it. Up ahead, left side. Wagner with the catch. Kaminsky, top of the wheel. For a moment, they had Sullivan wide open underneath. Didn't see her, so she pops out on top with the help. Ball poked away. Picked up by Kaminsky. They're slapping, trying to do anything to get the ball back, and they're going to let him play. Now here's Kayla. She's going to try to get it all the way to the basket, lay it up with the right hand, and overlays it. And the rebound comes down to Kaminsky. You can hear the anticipation building from the Newman Catholic fans, but unable to get the roar as she didn't hit the layup. 7 seconds to go, and Linsmeyer's going to simply dribble it out. We have come to the end of our ball game as the Assumption Royals knock off the Cardinals of Newman Catholic by the final of 70-34 here tonight in this regional final, Division 5, Sectional 2. We'll add up some numbers. We'll send it back to Tim, the poker guy, for a little bit of business. We'll talk to some girls and coaches. We'll do all of that and more right after this. You're listening to the new Y, 105.5 WLJY.